I now call the regular city council meeting to order at 9:03. If you can please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. If you are participating remotely, please mute your microphone. You can all rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. City Clerk, if you can please call the roll.
Mayor Lopez,
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Larios.
Here.
Councilmember Davis,
Yes.
Councilmember Merlo, Councilmember Ibarra.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you, City Clerk. Do we have any changes to the agenda?
There are none.
May I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll move Ibarra.
Is there a second?
I'll second Larios.
Motion by Councilmember Ibarra, seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Larios to approve the agenda. Mayor Lopez.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Larios.
Yes.
Councilmember Davis,
Yes.
Councilmember Merlo,
Yes.
Councilmember Ibarra.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. We will now take public comments from members of the audience. If you would like to provide public comment, please come to the podium or click the raise hand button on Zoom. Do we have any public comments on Zoom?
There are none.
Thank you. We will now go on to presentations. Agenda item number 1 is Vernon Police Department Life Saving Award. Chief Sosa will present this item.
Good morning, Honorable Mayor, members of City Council, and everyone present in the room. If I can have Officer Cam come forward and just stand off to the side here. On June 23rd, 2020, Vernon Dispatch received a medical aid call from 2266 East 38th Street, where an employee suffered a serious injury and was bleeding profusely. Officer Patrick Cam was dispatched to the business and once on scene located the injured employee identified as Claudio Romero Chun, seated in a chair with blood flowing heavily out of his left arm. Officer Cam quickly assessed the location of the wound and determined that Mr. Chun sustained a severe cut to his left brachial artery. Based on Officer Cam's training and experience, he recognized this wound as an arterial slice, causing massive arterial hemorrhage. Officer Cam applied a department-issued tourniquet to cut off blood circulation to Mr. Chun's injured arm and prevent further blood loss. Shortly after, fire department personnel arrived on scene, took over medical aid, and immediately transported Mr. Chun to Los Angeles County USC Medical Center. Upon arrival at the hospital, Mr. Chun was sedated and underwent emergency surgery. At the hospital, the attending doctor acknowledged that Officer Cam's swift and efficient action saved the life of Mr. Chun. The doctor indicated that had Officer Cam not applied the tourniquet, Mr. Chun would have quickly bled out and succumbed to his injuries at his place of employment. Following his recovery, Mr. Chun wished to thank Officer Cam for his response and said, "The officer who saved my life is an angel." Based on the quick response and immediate life-saving measures performed by Officer Patrick Cam on June 23rd, 2020, Mr. Chun is alive today and able to spend time with his loved ones. Officer Cam and his response truly embody the high-quality training and commitment to the community that are cornerstones of the Vernon Police Department. The department is proud to recognize his heroic actions and present Officer Cam with the Vernon Police Department Life Saving Award. Mr. Chun is also present here today, and we thank him for his presence. And Mayor, if you'll join me at the front, I'd like to present Officer Cam with his Life Saving Award. Here also in the audience, you'd like to come up too. Thank you.
We will now go on to agenda item number 2 is the Employee Service Pin Awards for October 2022. Human Resources Director Earl will present this item.
Good morning, Mayor and members of the City Council. During the month of October, we had 2 employees achieve service milestones with the city. I believe that they were not able to be in attendance this morning, so we will make sure that they get their service awards presented to them. Thank you.
Thank you. We will now go on to the consent calendar. All matters listed on the consent calendar may be approved with one motion. Items may be removed from the consent calendar by any member of the council. Those items removed will be considered immediately after the consent calendar. Does council wish to pull any items from the consent calendar? Are there any public comments for the consent calendar? Any comments on Zoom?
There are none.
Seeing that there are none, may I have a motion for consent calendar item numbers 3 through 11?
I'll move Ibarra.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Motion by Councilmember Ibarra, seconded by Councilmember Merlo to approve the consent calendar. Mayor Lopez,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Larios.
Yes.
Councilmember Davis,
Yes.
Councilmember Merlo,
Yes.
Councilmember Ibarra.
Yes.
Motion carries.
We will now go on to new business. Agenda item number 12 is April 11, 2023 general municipal election. City Clerk Pope will present this item.
Thank you, Mayor and council members. As you may recall, at our last meeting, we adopted resolutions necessary to call the election. Unfortunately, there was an omission from the ordinance, which is proposed to be voted on by the voters. It requires a 2/3 vote, and it didn't indicate that in the resolution. So we're asking that you repeal the previously approved resolutions, adopt resolution calling and giving notice of the election. Again, determining the authors, which you had last time said were Mayor and Mayor Pro Tem, directing transmittal of the measure to the city attorney for impartial analysis, and requesting the county board of supervisors to allow LA County to assist with the election.
Does city council have any questions for staff? Are there any public comments for item number 12?
There are none on Zoom.
Agenda either.
May I have a motion for item number 12?
I'll move Ibarra. I'll second Lario.
Motion by Councilmember Ibarra, seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Larios to adopt resolution 2022-41, rescinding prior resolutions, adopt resolution 2022-42, calling and giving notice of the election, determining the authors of the arguments and rebuttals as the mayor and Mayor Pro Tem, and directing city clerk to transmit the measure to the city attorney for impartial analysis, and adopting resolution 2022-43, requesting LA County provide services. Mayor Lopez.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Larios.
Yes.
Councilmember Merlo.
Yes.
Councilmember Davis.
Yes.
Councilmember Ibarra.
Yes.
Motion carries.
We will now go on to agenda item number 13 is Emergency Risk Management Policy. Acting Public Utilities General Manager Desmond will present this item.
Good morning, Honorable Mayor and members of City Council. The Vernon Public Utilities Energy and Credit Risk Management Policy was initially adopted in 2012 to establish guidelines for prudent energy and credit risk management. The risk policy plays a critical role in meeting our mission to provide reliable, high-quality utility services at a significant cost savings when compared to our neighboring utility providers. As a natural gas and electric provider, VPU has significant procurement requirements to support its retail natural gas customers and for the operation of the natural gas-powered Malberg generating station. The policy has been updated to include a procedural framework to help VPU manage its operating risk and to reduce its financial exposure to the daily market prices in procuring natural gas and energy. The policy now includes the creation of an energy risk management committee to provide oversight for the policy contents, the inclusion of a hedging program designed to reduce potential financial exposure to volatile market conditions and provide cost certainty to our customers. The policy also incorporates a credit management component, which is essential to managing risks when transacting with other entities, It now includes an improved reporting framework that will provide ongoing energy market information to the Energy Risk Management Committee and to VPU staff. The ultimate focus of the risk policy is to provide a series of recommendations that can be implemented over time to provide clear direction based on key thresholds, and provides an approach which includes recommendations and strategies on gas procurement to hedge under more diverse market conditions and to create as much cost and budget certainty as possible. We view this policy as a living document that will be frequently reviewed and updated to ensure it meets its intent. We recommend that council adopt the policy to mitigate BPU's financial and operational risks. This concludes our report. I'm available along with BB&A and city staff who helped develop this policy if you should have any questions on energy risk management.
Does council have any questions of staff? Are there any public comments or any comments on Zoom?
There are no raised hands on Zoom.
Seeing that there are none, may I have a motion for item number 13?
I'll second Larios.
Motion by Councilmember Ibarra, seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Larios, to adopt resolution number 2022-40, approving and adopting an energy risk management policy and repealing resolution number 2012-45. Mayor Lopez,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Larios.
Yes.
Councilmember Davis,
Yes.
Councilmember Merlot,
Yes.
Councilmember Ibarra.
Yes.
Motion carried.
We will now go on to oral reports. City Administrator Fandino, do you have a report?
Yeah, good morning, Honorable Mayor and City Council members. I have several things I'd like to discuss. Vernon's fall harvest turkey distribution. In the spirit of giving, Vernon will provide 1,000 meal packages to Southeast Los Angeles community partners and households during its fall harvest event today. Local nonprofits that serve the Vernon are here today at 11 o'clock to pick up their meal and drive through. Service will be available throughout the day, and then also pickup service will be available if they miss that drive through. The Vernon Community Fund Grant Committee meeting. The Vernon Community Fund Grant Committee is scheduled to meet tomorrow, Wednesday, November 16th, to determine the direct service grants to nonprofits serving the Vernon area. The meeting will be on Zoom, and a link is available on the city's website. Vernon's Corporate Citizen of the Year Awards. Tomorrow, the Vernon Chamber of Commerce it's Thursday, will host the Vernon Citizen of the Year Awards from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The event will highlight Vernon's companies and special individuals to the individual and industry leadership as long-standing commitment to local communities. The city will participate as a sponsor and have seats reserved for the event. If any members of the city council wish to attend, please reach out to my staff. In remembrance of the Vernon Deputy Marshal Halloran, I'd like to call up Chief Sosa. He'd like to give a little bit of information on the line of duty death.
Good morning again, Mayor and City Council. Today marks the 109th anniversary of the death of Vernon Deputy Marshal Maurice Halloran, who made the ultimate sacrifice in pursuit of law and order in the city of Vernon. Maurice Halloran was our agency's first in the line of duty death. On November 15th, 1913, two male subjects entered the wholesale liquor store located in the 2000 block of Vernon Avenue to purchase alcohol. Vernon Deputy Marshal Halloran was sitting inside the liquor store when he observed two subjects approach the bar and order alcohol. While waiting for their order, one of the subjects began vandalizing the wood counter with his pocket knife. Deputy Marshal Halloran ordered him to stop, and a verbal altercation ensued. Deputy Marshal Halloran then identified himself as a law enforcement officer and was subsequently shot 9 times, resulting in his untimely death. Both suspects fled the scene and were ultimately arrested and convicted for the murder of a police officer and sentenced to life in prison. When an officer dies protecting the peace and freedoms of this country, his name and memory will be honored and never forgotten. We only uncovered Maurice's Officer Halloran's death probably about 10 years ago. So it's fairly new history for us, even though he passed away in 1913. Officer Deputy Marshal Holleran. His name is both enshrined in Washington DC's Police Officer Memorial and up in Sacramento as well. To honor Vernon Deputy Marshal Maurice Holleran, all police department personnel will wear their issued mourning badge on their badge until midnight tonight.
Thank you, Mayor. I have nothing further.
Are there any reports from council? Seeing that there are none, we will now go on to closed session for agenda item number 14. Thank you, everyone. We're back from closed session at 10:18. City Attorney Musa, do you have a report?
On item 14, Encinas versus City of Vernon, council ratified settlement approval in workers' comp appeals board cases ADJ 126479952 and ADJ 12634,815. And in Jerry Chavez versus City of Vernon, court case number BC 719460, council approved amendment number 4 to the legal services agreement with Stream Kim, Hicks, Rage, and Alfaro.
So with no further business, I adjourn the meeting at 10:19.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.